Yes. Hello everyone, let's continue the story of village Palampur. So dear student, we already learned about the how farmers increase their production in a same piece of land by applying the multiple cropping method and modern farming method. Today we learn about the how land is important for production, how land is essential and crucial for production. So today we are going to discuss about the how land is distributed among the people of Palampur. So student, just see the table. Landless 150, small farmer 240, medium and large farmer 60 families. So we know total 450 families are lived in Palampur. Out of 450 families, the 150 families are belong from the derelict caste. They are poor. They have no land. So they directly comes under the landless family. And so left 300 family. Out of 300 family, 240 families comes under the either belong from the small farmer, because they have the small piece of land and less than 2 hectares land. Less than 2 hectare land, those have less than 2 hectare land we refer as a small farmer. And 60 families, they are large and medium family, medium landholding families. That's mean 60 families have the more than 2 hectare of land. 60 families have more than 2 hectares of land. A few families of 60 families, they have 10 hectares land, either more than 10 hectares of land. So next I telling you a story of Gobind, a story based on reality in 1960 century. Gobind was a farmer with 2.25 hectare lands, and this land is totally unirrigated. Gobind had 3 sons. These 3 sons helps to Gobind for farming in his land, but it's much difficult to feed themselves. Also, they earn little bit from the buffalo. After few years, Gobind was dead. So this land, 2.25 hectares land, divided into a 3 part and get by the 3 sons. Each son get only 0.75 hectares land. So Govind's sons are doing the cultivation, grow the crops and earn the money, but it's not sufficient to sustain his family, either maintain his family. Also at that time in Palampur, irrigation facilities improved. Farmer use the modern farming method, but still they are not sufficient to increase their production and maintain their family due to the small piece of land. So they look for the others work to get work, so they can earn the money and maintain his family. So just think how land is important. Without land we can't grow the crops, so our condition is much worse. We unable to maintain our family. So land is necessary for the production. Those who have no land, they have faced the lots of difficulties to feed, to either get the 2 square meal in a day. So land is more important. So further we move towards the how labor also important. We know the labor is the second important factor for production. So labor is also important for the production. For completing the any task for production, we require the both skilled and unskilled labor. Without labor, we can't produce the any kinds of goods. But in Palampur, who provide the labor? Already we discussed these families, 150 families have low land, so they are directly work in a field. They provide the labor. And also we see the story and know about the Govind. So his son also going to the another field for work. So small landholding farmer and landless families both are supply labor in Palampur. But large farmer and medium farmer, they hire the laborers for work in their field and complete the production process and they earn the maximum profit. Who? Na medium or large farmer. In Palampur, farm laborers are getting the wages in cash. At the same time, they getting the wages as a crops, and sometime they get the meal in a day. The variation of wages it changes from one region to another region, one crops to another crops, one farm activity to another farm activity. And also the duration of employment is different. It's based on the only daily basis, either one seasonal activity like harvesting, either threshing, either plugging, either they got the work for throughout the year. For whole year, some people are got the work for whole year. So next see the story I telling you. Both Dala and Ramkali both are poor, and they both are the native poor farm laborer of Palampur. They have no land, so they face the lots of problem in that time. So they are going to work into the another field, but due to the apply of the modern farming method, most of the large farmer are use the tractor, harvester, thresher and combine for completing the different work. So in that time, Dala and Ramkali both are getting the less number of work in a month. So their earning is reduced, so it's difficult to survive themselves and maintain their family. Dala also taking the loan, either borrowed money from the money lender, does not repay. When he apply for the fresh loan, money lender denied. Ramkali also said कि her condition is not much better than the Dala. Ramkali also taken the money from the money lender. Also she unable to repay the loan, and also she denied from the landlord. So she looks for the work in brick making industry, which located in Raiganj village. Just think, both story is telling you how labor is important, how labor helps to produce the crops. Without labor, we can't produce the crops. So in government of India decide and announce the minimum wages for farm laborer. Minimum wages for farm laborer about 300 per day. But farm laborer in Palampur, they get only 160 rupees per day. Only 160 rupees. Why? Now there is a heavy competition among the farm laborers. That's why farm laborers are agree to do work in the field of landlord. Okay, all of you understand, I think.